So what you want to do is make sure there is no glitter, dog hair, or anything on your board. One step further and even wipe it down with some rubbing alcohol to make sure there's no, anything on it from the factory or anything. Okay, so the character board has a solid center. Okay, so this is the front. In the front, you'll see a number 1 and a number 2. And then you have these 2 holes that are kind of divoted down. These are your hanging holes. The back, it says made in Canada, the unique in the creek. It says patent pending. We do have the patent, but we have to change the molds. But this is the character board, okay? On the character board, this is where you put the vinyls on the center to give your wreath frame and your sign all one piece, okay? And to do that is really, really simple. So this is the top where it says number 1 and 2 and the divoted holes. That is the top of your board. So that's going to be the top of our wreath. All right. Now I like to put a little bit of water in the center. Now these vinyls are water soluble, and the water makes it easy to move the vinyls in case you don't put it down the first time correctly. So if you do it crooked or something, you can peel it up and reposition it, okay? Hi, Margaret. It's live, honey. All right. So you do get your squeegee. I get a paper towel or even a Kleenex will work. And what I like to do is I like to spritz a little bit of water in the center. You don't need a ton, just a little bit of water. And I'll show you why. Okay. This will cure in 24 hours. So you can still decorate it and everything as soon as we put it on. But within 24 hours, it's going to be very hard to get this sticker off. And they are UV resistant, so they're not going to fade. So I'll put this one on. So it's basically a big sticker, okay? So what you're going to do is I just kind of bend it at a corner here, and it kind of lifts it up. And we're just going to peel it right off the paper, okay? So this is garbage now, and this is the center of our sign. Now, there's center right horizontally and vertically, right there and right there. I just eyeball when I'm putting my vinyl on. So I just kind of look down the middle. You can even just kind of bend it like that, and you can see kind of where the middle is. And I just eyeball the vinyl right down the center. And you want to make sure that the outside of your vinyl is just on the inside of the holes here. Okay? So let's just plop this down. Let's put it crooked. Oh, darn. I put my vinyl on crooked. I did that on purpose because it's very easy to pull up because I put some water down. If I didn't put water down, it would have been a lot harder to pull that up, okay? So now I'll put it on correctly. So I'm just eyeballing, making sure it's inside the holes. Look it up. Looks very straight to me. Very pretty vinyl. Okay, and once you're happy with it, you can move it as many times as you want. Now I'm going to take my squeegee with the felt part, and I'm going to put a piece of paper towel over that, and I'm going to start from the center with like a 45-degree angle and work my way to the outside. Okay, this is just getting rid of any air bubbles or water underneath. Okay, so I'm just going around, and I love that air bubble popping sound. It's like bubble wrap, so satisfying. And there we go. So most of the water is out and has been collected with my paper towel. Now I'm going to take my squeegee plane and I'm going to go around again. This is just to make sure it's actually adhered really good to the sign, and any teeny air bubbles will get popped. Will pop with just the squeegee. And there we go. Now we made our frame and sign all one piece, and it's very economical this way. There we go. Now we're ready to decorate.